For this lesson, you will need square paper, a pencil, ruler, a calculator, and a protractor if you have. The first thing to do is to draw a large right-angled triangle, a little like the one shown on the screen now. Make it as big as you can, whilst still being able to measure all of the lines with your ruler. Be as accurate as you can. Pause this video to draw your triangle now. Once you have drawn your triangle, you need to split it up into smaller triangles. Do this by drawing extra vertical lines like this. The lines that you draw do not have to be evenly spaced, but they should still be vertical to make sure that all of the triangles you have a right angle in the bottom right hand corner. Pause the video to do this now. Once you have drawn your triangles, you need to measure each side of each triangle. Notice that we have labelled them opposite, adjacent and hypotenuse. We'll talk about this more in a future lesson, but for now, for each of the 5 triangles that you can see, measure the opposite side, the adjacent side and the hypotenuse, and record those lengths in the spreadsheet supplied in the assignment. Pause the video to try this now. When you've got each of the 3 measurements for all 5 triangles recorded in your table, you will notice that a new table appears on the spreadsheet. This allows you to record some divisions that you are going to do next. In the first column, you should divide the opposite value by the hypotenuse for each triangle. In the second column, you're going to divide the adjacent value by the hypotenuse for each triangle. And in the third column, you should divide the opposite side by the adjacent side for each of the 5 triangles that you have drawn. Pause the video to do this now. Whilst you are filling in the table, you may have noticed that there is a pattern or a relationship in the numbers that you have written down. What do you think this is, and why do you think it works like that? If you have a protractor, measure the size of the angle, the one marked theta, the little Greek symbol, on our diagrams. It's at the bottom left corner. It should be the same size as the angle that the spreadsheet has calculated, if you've been accurate in your drawing and your measuring and your division. Finally, with your measured angle, or the angle calculated by the spreadsheet if you don't have a protractor, use your calculator to work out the sine of that angle, the cosine of the angle, and the tangent of the angle. You will need to use the sin, cos and tan buttons on your calculator to do this. We'll come back to look at what sine, cosine and tangent are and how they can be used in a future lesson.